Hi you guys, welcome back to Mattbuck89. If you guys want to check out what I have planned today, you see I have a seat here, so you know something's going down. Well, if you want to check it out, stay around, stay tuned. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Don't forget, you're watching Mattbuck89. Hi you guys, welcome back to Mattbuck89. How are you guys doing today? How are you feeling? You know, are you feeling loved? Are you feeling blessed? I hope you are. Well, today we're actually going to be, discussing, topics of New Year and, locks and, just, I hope a very interesting conversation today. And we're going to be having it with my husband. Okay, this is the first time my husband has been on my YouTube channel. I am so excited, you guys. Okay, I actually have somebody to talk to today. Instead of just, I love talking to you guys, but you guys aren't here. So today I'm actually going to be having a discussion, and we're going to be having, just a little talk about everything, our life, politics. I hope we get a little bit of everything in. So if you guys would welcome my husband, Joel. Yay! Yay! Hold on. Here you go. Okay. Oh, here you go. Yay! I was shopping for you. Okay, you gotta get up. I'm sorry, you're not the friend. Here we go. Alrighty, you guys. So I would like to welcome my husband to my channel. Welcome, welcome. So today we are going to be just, having a conversation. I have been wanting to have a discussion with someone here today. So that's what this is. This is, just a hot topic type of thing. That is what we're doing today. We're just doing a whole bunch of topics. So, let's just, have the guest of honor start us off. Mr. Joel, what do you want to start off talking about? Say yourself. Introduce yourself. Talk to the people.
Well, I'm his husband. We've been married coming up on 4 years in New Year. And it's been a journey. Love every single moment. The good, the bad, the ugly. You love it because you love him. So far, let's see, hot topics. Well, for me, one of the hot topics that we're both looking forward to in the new year is what's going to happen in the state of the world now that we have a new president. Will we be better off? Will it be worse? Will it be about the same? Is anything going to change? What's going to happen now that Biden is president? Or will it be something tumultuous because the current person just pulls the rug off from under everybody and turns the country upside down? We don't know what this man is going to do because this man is unpredictable. This man, the only thing consistent about this man is that he's unpredictable. That's it. We don't know what's going to happen. So, me and my husband have conversation, especially in the morning time when he's not working early, and we're watching The View and we're watching Hot Topics. We have a lot of stimulating conversations about, what's said, how people react, and sometimes we have the same view, sometimes we have different views because we're two different people. We're not the same person. And it's going to be interesting, to say the least.
That is a great topic for the first topic. What is the world going to be like once Biden takes over? What will we see? That is interesting for me because I am one of those people that I just hope we can move forward and not shut everything down or do so. I feel like it is already been such a chaotic time. It's been so many things that have been said and done, and now we have gone through a political TV show, basically, because it was good. Okay, it was like a good TV show. Like it was on every channel, so like you couldn't miss it. And then there weren't any commercials. Like it was just every day. So now to come to an end to that and to start this chapter with a new president that knows the level of respect he should have for their position, I feel we can say, okay, breathe, get you a glass of wine and say, okay, now what you gonna do? What are you gonna do? Now, do I need to put this glass of wine down because you're doing business, or do I need to sip on it a little bit more? Because I need to sip on it a little bit more. So that's my two cents on that. But you know, I really want to talk about it's a little bit to do with politics. I want to talk about the stimulus check. Okay, or my money. Okay, that's what I like to call it. I want my money. Okay, I've been waiting almost a year for my money. Okay, y'all done told me to wait for my money. I done waited all day for my money. You know, so like whenever you can give me my money, I mean I understand you gotta go through all these things, but once again, it's been a year for my money. I've been waiting all day for my money. Okay, I don't see why it's taking so damn long for my money. Okay, I just don't understand. Like, okay, 6 months we should be at a point to where Congress is and everybody, Democrat, Republican candidates have all united and says, you know, we're gonna pass this bill because we got too many broke people. I want my money. Okay, they should have did this 6 months ago. It's almost been a year. Like, you might as well go ahead and say we in 2020. What?
Right.
Like that's what I'm saying.
Let's be real. You passed the stimulus bill the first time, and you gave everybody $1,200. Now you gave everybody $1,200 who were probably in the hole for at least twice that, at least, and that's just being kind, at least. So the $1,200, you have to realize what people had to spend that on. You know, look. We're already behind $1,400 in rent, so why would I give them $1,200 and still be $200 behind?
Exactly. I just want my money.
So now people had to make that tough decision. Do I put food in my house?
Or pay my bills because it's like all your bills. You just don't have rent.
Yeah.
You got lights, you got water, you got cable.
You have everything. You got phone. You have to have your phone bill. Nobody can survive without a phone these days. So what are you going to do? And now, this current bill that you have, $600. So we couldn't survive on $1,200, but you gave us $600 this time coming up. What can we do with $600? $600 doesn't even pay most people rent.
Nothing. And that's what I don't understand, because if you look around this, I've been, doing a little bit of research, you guys. And there are over right now 1 million people who are either on a break of homelessness or about to be evicted. Like, some people have been evicted from their apartments or from their homes since August 1st. And that's what I don't understand, is that these individuals who are having to live in their cars or having to live in homeless shelters, what are they supposed to do? They have been waiting a year for some type of relief, some type of, okay, let me pull my bootstraps and, let me get something together. How am I supposed to do that when my government isn't even, trying to make anything with the quickness? That's what I don't understand. And I just want my money. I'm one of those individuals who are happily blessed to be still working and still making money, but everybody is not like that. There are some people who do have to struggle. So that's why I count my lucky little stars every day. I'm actually able to go to a little bit of job or get a little bit of a vacation from a job, But I still want my money, okay? I still don't have enough money, okay? I have a little bit of money. Yeah, I can pay my bills, okay? And I can eat and I can survive. That's not money, though. That's no money after that, okay? So that's why I need some money. So if you want to, if you have any more updated information, leave your comments in this. Leave your comments in the comment section as well. I want to hear him. He want to hear him. So do that. Do that.
Yeah. So and then we have that addendum to the stimulus that, oh, possibly we can get $2,000. And then they will give some money after that. But you have to understand, for the most part, since mid-March, definitely by the beginning of April, everything was at a halt. And we're not talking like essential workers. You know, they had to work. But people who worked in the service industry, people, restaurants closed, bars closed, you know, you couldn't go to malls, you couldn't gather at malls, so a lot of stores were not, you know, fully staffed. They had the bare minimum there working those few hours. So what do those people do? And $2,000 don't catch up for months and months and months. But we're going to talk about something else, because it is a very, 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 very serious topic. And, you know, like my husband said, leave your comments, suggestions, any information that you have, you know, about the stimulus, what you think about it.
You should. So now I want to bring the conversation to a more lighter note. You know, I actually want to talk about the differences between our hair. You know, I want to bring it completely left field, bring it completely to a new topic. Why not? So, a lot of people do ask me, why doesn't your husband have locks? I said, because it's a choice. There is not anything I'm going to grant anybody at all that you have to have locks to be associated with me, or to even for me to consider you a person, a part of my life. I don't feel like that's necessary. I feel like if you want to, please join the lock family. If you don't want to, because there are a lot of things there are a lot of reasons why I have my locks. I don't just have locks to have them. So I say you have to understand that everybody, and I don't want you to believe that I want you to have it for my reasons. I want you to have your own, and I want you to be, you know, ready to accept whatever comes with them, because a lot of these situations come with locks. A lot of people don't know, you know. There are a lot of situations still to today, you know. There are 70 million people that voted for one person, and 78 million that voted for the other. So there are a lot of people out there still, you know. You know, and that's all I'm gonna say.
Yeah. Well, for me, my hair journey, growing up, I had hair as a toddler. Like, I didn't get, you know, most black people, when their child turns one, a male child turns one, they get their first haircut. I didn't get my first haircut till I was almost 4. So I had hair. And then I got a haircut. Then around middle school, junior high, I wanted the curl. So I'm going to date myself. I'm old enough to remember the curl. So I got a curl. And I had my curl all the way up until either sophomore or junior year in high school. So I had long hair. Long hair. And then I cut it all off. And then I went for this phase where we had the high top fade and all those, you know, 90s haircuts. And then I just settled on like the taper fade. And I've been wearing the taper fade even before I met him. So I've been wearing it. He wants me to have a bald fade. Not gonna happen. I have a little bitty peanut head. My head would look ridiculous with the bald fade. I even told my barber, hey, my husband wants me to have a bald fade. And he said, he laughed and said, your head would not look right with the bald fade. He still wants me to have a bald fade. It's not gonna, see this gray hair? And then he wants me to have this shaved off. I have a little bitty peanut head. Like, I really have a little bitty peanut head. You can't tell, but I have a little bitty head. So I'm not going to, and then just not a good look, like for me. I know, but he wants me to have one. It's still there. I still hear the whispers of him saying, every time I go to get a haircut, he'll say, you getting the bald fade? No, not going to happen. Now before he got locks, he never had the same haircut. Never. I have never seen him with the same haircut. He would always, every time he would go get a haircut, he'd get something different. And I'm like, what? What is going on? but he never will. Like, but we're like very opposite. Like I started growing my hair at one point, and I was going to get locks, but then my hair is fine and it gets too curly, and I didn't want to go through all that because I didn't want to do his hair. I really did, but he didn't want anybody else to do his hair, so I learned how to do his hair.
But back onto topic, okay? Because you're going back on the topic. We are talking about, like he just said, from his hair experience, from, you know, the whole hair story that he just, you know, gave you, that is the reason why he has this hairstyle. So of course, I'm not going to change anybody's opinion on what their hair should or shouldn't look like. So that is that topic. I like the fact that he literally gave you guys his explanation on it. You know, that way I have nothing else to say after that. So I could just move on. You understand? I like being able to move on through a topic. All right. So now I want to, you know, dive into, you know, being. I'm gonna get a little bit serious. Instead of the political side of serious, I'm gonna get into the black or the, you know, homosexual side of serious. Or not only being black and homosexual, being black, homosexual, and gay. You know, let's dive into that area. You know, just to see, just to, you know, dive in, just to splatter a little conversation. You know, this is supposed to be different type of topics, and I want to give you guys different type of topics. Okay, so yes, I just, you know, yes, I do. I just think of these things, you guys. So, for myself, all I can say is that it is every day is a new day that you can learn something if you take the positive step each time. If you don't take the positive step, and that means a person being ignorant to you at the bus stop, or someone being rude to you as you're walking into a store. You can, and at the exact same time, you don't know what it is. Sometimes they'll let you know it's because you're homosexual, you know, or it's because you're black. You know, sometimes it can be because you're both. You know, or it could be because of my lock. So you know, it's never defined unless they let me know what they're, you know, communicating to me about. Once again, I try not to internalize that negative energy. I let it go. And I'm like, okay, that's you. I'm going to continue doing me. Now, if you want to get into the arena of stepping in my face, then that's a whole different story. That's not have a nice day type of material. But nobody has done that. So I have not had to experience to, you know, I mean, I have stories from way back when, but none recently, none in the last 5 or 6 years. None. People aren't too, you know, for me. But I do know that some people still do experience those things out there in this world, in areas. So all I can reach out and tell them is that build yourself up, and once you do, those individuals will not step to you the same way. Not saying that they won't step to you, but they will step to you in a different light. Because you have to kind of understand each and every type of environment you in. Okay, and I say you in because you have to be you have to be in it. You have to have a switch or a dial that you're able to, you know, make sure you can still be you. Because that, at the end of the day, that's what you're trying to make sure in every situation. Yes, you want to be respectful. Yes, you want to be kind, but you still want to be you at the end of the day. And that's the best advice and understanding that I can give you from it. Now, just telling you all about the bad things, or, you know, giving you my experiences of the bad things, that is a lane I could go down. But I'm choosing to express a different lane and let you know that yes, you do have those moments. I gave you examples of those moments, but you also have those choices you can make in those moments. So I could have turned around and been rude and been disrespectful versus just ignoring the situation and continue moving on and going on with a positive day and a positive outlook, by the way, which is always good. Sometimes it's not as easy for other people.
Yeah, certainly
At all.
not. Nowadays, it's not easy at all for me. And he he he's a very positive person. He really is. Like he can. There's one thing about him that I really love is that he's very, very positive. He always find the positive. Always. Like I have to understand this because being a black gay man myself is that I had to learn to love the skin that I was in. And I'm not going to fall into this trap that you're going to pigeonhole me with your negativity and your bias and your prejudice or whatever you have going on about what you think homosexual people or gay people or black people, whatever you, nope, not going to live by your rules. Why? You, at the end of the day, we're not twins. I was born alone. I'm going to die alone. So whatever you got going on doesn't affect me. If you don't like me because I'm gay or black or whatever you think is not society, and I don't care. At the end of the day, I don't care. I don't care. You're not paying me. You're not paying me to like you. You're not paying me to dislike you. So why does it matter? He's got music. So his music. We're gonna go to a lighter side now. Music. He and I have some of the most eclectic music. We like some of the same artists. Sometimes we don't like some of the same artists. Like we can go somewhere and he's playing all his music and we're fine. And we can go somewhere else and I'm playing all of my music and he's fine. We might skip a song or two. There's one song that that I just don't want to listen to because of what he says in it and what's going to happen when he plays this song. But for the most part, we actually get along musically, especially like people that we both like, and we like them because of certain different reasons, but we like their music as well. His favorite is not my favorite, but I like some of his favorite songs. You know, some of the songs that she does, I really, really, really love. Now there are times he gets on these musical vibes, and you have to hear them for a month, and you're like, what is he playing? But after like the second or third day he plays them, you kind of get into it, and we kind of sync on the music, and it's lovely. I'm telling you, I've learned so much from him about his musical taste that it's really scary, because if you go through some of my music, some of his music is on my music, and it's because of him.
I have to honestly say that knowing about music is just so far. Knowing that I could learn things was the first thing I learned was music. That taught me that I could learn other things. Okay, I learned a little bit about that first, and I learned the first thing was the viola. And learning that let me know how much it went into going into making a song or to making a verse or to actually putting effort into the music that you're playing. So for me, I can listen to a classical piece of music by Mozart, or I can do something by Beethoven, and I can be in bliss, but I can also listen to Kim's R&B album and be, just in a serene place. But then I can go back and listen to Miles Davis and I can get into a whole different funk. So music for me is a pathway to different worlds, because you literally can dive yourself into a different experience, a different feeling, a different emotion, a different way of thinking, a different time, a different place. It takes you there. Close your eyes. Trust me, it does. All you have to do is just let yourself dive into the song that you're listening to. And that is exactly what I do. I love doing that. And I love the fact that he has music that he is eclectic with, that I can vibe with my own, and that I can merge with mine and make into a phenomenal playlist. By the way, I do. I love making playlists, and you can, if you can make a right playlist, you can listen to it, repetitively, and you can still enjoy it, and you can add to it as you're enjoying the playlist, and that's what I like to do. Don't know if other people like to do that, but that is something that is, really interesting to me when you find, a partner in life that you can blend not only in conversation and have those, you know, open conversations about politics and everything that we have gone over so far. And when you think about music, music is also diving into all those worlds. Because if you look at what was going on during Marvin Gaye's time versus Miles Davis versus right now with Doja Cat, right now with Nicki Minaj, right now with Beyonce, just naming people and seeing the times that they're in and the times that their artistry has become, at its, and I'm not going to say everybody's at their peak right now, but a lot of people are, at if you listen to an album, you go back to that time, that person was at the peak of their career, or you look and see at that time that was their hottest song. You start to look into that genre, like back in 1968 or back in 2004. You start looking in those little bitty places, and you start looking into that year, and you start digging into it. You actually can do a lot of research. I love doing that with music, by the way. It gives you, music can open you to look into history. And history and knowledge is so important. Music just dives me into it. So that's why I love it. But I love that conversation, and now I want to bring us on another lighter note, because he likes comic books. I don't like comic books. Okay, I don't like them. Okay, but I love me some anime. Okay, I can do me some anime. I can do me some manga. Okay, I can go down, but no, he likes the regular comic books, the superheroes, the Spider-Man, Superman, Batman, X-Man, all the mans, you see all the mans, like I said, Superwoman, okay? Like, and that, I love that he knows about one area of superhero, and I know another area that has a lot of superheroes in it. There's different types of superheroes. Animes, if you know about animes, you have superheroes, but they have life experiences, and I love their life experiences. It's like you grow with the character. Like if they're on long enough, okay. If they're on long enough, but some of them just have really good storylines and they don't make it, and then it's like it's dramatic, and then but his, it's just like blowing people up and all exciting, and there's always a villain, there's always a superhero. Yeah, there's nothing there. There's nothing. It's always something like I'm going to get the bad guy. Bad guys, I'm a superhero. So go away.
Well, my comic book experience it's not as extensive as a lot of people, but I got kind of like, I'm not going to say a beginner. I'm like an intermediary, like in the middle, kind of into comics book, because when I started comic books and everything, it was just, I was a nerd. I was a geek. So I didn't have those type of friends that we went to parties and all this stuff. So I would go read all the time. So instead of reading all those lists that my mom made me read and that the schools made me read, that would be my read downtime, was going to comics. I did, like he said, I did the Marvel universe, I did the DC universe, and I started doing stupid stuff like Archie, and I went to do a lot of different comic books, and now that it started doing like the Marvel movies and then the DC movies, and I would tell him, oh, this is not what's happening during, I remember in the comics, this is what happened, and the movie is kind of different. He'd be like, what? He'd be like lost. He would listen, but you could tell it was like, what? But it was something that I really enjoyed, and I like to know the different backstories that they try to put on TV and movies, and I'm like, wait, it doesn't make sense to me because this is not how originally these stories came about. And one of my favorite characters was the Phoenix on the X-Men, and the way they have it portrayed in the movies and the cartoons. Now the cartoons were really good, especially the '90s cartoons. They was really good with it, but the movies is kind of like, what? That doesn't make sense. It doesn't. The background doesn't. I don't know what you're doing. What are you doing? But it's fun. I tell him, and he will listen, and he will engage, and he asks questions, and then he wants details. So you have to give him the details. If he doesn't tell you the details, then he don't want to ask any more questions.
Absolutely. I agree. Okay, you guys. So right now, we are actually going to make this a part 1 video because we're gonna do this again tomorrow. We are gonna do this again tomorrow. So you guys don't go anywhere. Okay. Look, watch our video, comment and subscribe. That way we can actually do this again tomorrow with your guys' comments, with your guys' input. So don't forget, to like, share, and subscribe. Mattbuck89. I want to thank Joel for being here today because, it has been, like, I've been on and you guys have never met him. So he came on and he thought it was going to be really hard. But anyway, I just want to appreciate him. So I want to give him an opportunity to say bye to you guys as well.
Okay, people, goodbye. Be blessed. Stay happy. Stay positive. Stay safe.
Thank you guys. So don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Have a great one. Mattbuck89.